And gather thou the assembly together, thou and Aaron thy brother, and speak. And speak. Not hit no rock twice, excuse me. He said, and speak ye unto the rock before their eyes, and it shall give forth his water. It shall give forth his water, not Moses' water, not Aaron's water, but his water. And thou shalt bring forth to them water out of the rock. So thou shalt give the congregation and their beasts drink. What did Moses do? These are examples of what's right and what's wrong. Verse 10. Verse 9. And Moses took the rod from before the Most High, as he commanded him. And Moses and Aaron gathered the congregation together before the rock. So all the congregations before this rock. And he said unto them, hear now, ye rebels, must we, who is that we? Him and Aaron. Fetch you water out of this rock? Listen. And Moses lifted up his hand, and with his rod he smote the rock twice. Bam, bam. Is that what the Most High told him? No, he said, speak to the rock. And it's going to bring forth his water. The Most High's water. Y'all better hear what he's saying and hear it clearly. And Moses lifted up his hand, and with his rod he smote the rock twice, hit it twice. And the water came out abundantly. The congregation drank, and their beasts also. And the Most High spake unto Moses and Aaron, because ye believe me not, to sanctify me in the eyes of the children of Israel. Therefore ye shall not bring this congregation into the land which I have given thee. He killed Aaron first. Then he killed, then he took Moses out. But nobody know where Moses went. You know, everybody say, this is the grave over here, this is the grave. Nobody know where Moses' grave is. So, in my personal opinion, I think he ascended from where he came from. Just like Elijah ascended. Because Mashiach Shai said, you can't come from heaven, you can't go there unless you came from there. And now you tell me how in Matthew the 17th chapter, how is this? When you look at verse 1, it says, and after 6 days, Mashiach Shai taketh Peter, James, and John, his brother, and bringeth them up into an high mountain apart. Peter, James, and John, the Mashiach Shai took them to a high mountain, this is Matthew 17:1, and was transfigured before them. And his face did shine as the sun, and his raiment was white as the light. He changed, transfigured right before them. And behold, there appeared unto them, all four of them, Moses and Elijah, talking with him. Then answered Peter and said unto the Mashiach Shai, Master, it is good for us to be here. If thou wilt, let us make here 3 tabernacles, one for thee, one for Mashiach Shai, and one for Moses, and one for Elijah. While he yet spake, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them, and behold, a voice out of the cloud, which said, This is my beloved Son. This is a chariot, a vehicle, what they call a UFO. We call them IFO, Identified Flying Object. This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him. And when the disciples heard it, they heard it. They fell on their face and were so afraid. And the Mashiach Shai came and touched them and said, Arise, and be not afraid. And when they had lifted up their eyes, they saw no man save the Mashiach Shai only. And as they came down from the mountain, the Mashiach Shai charged them, saying, that's what he told them, in order, tell the vision to no man, until the Son of Man be risen again from the dead. See? So they see a vision of who? Moses and Elijah. And we know Elijah went up in the chariot. And nobody knows where his grave is. So, just food for thought. Look at Ezekiel. Give me Joshua, the 4th chapter. Because we're still looking at this first month. Joshua, the 4th chapter, is kind of keeping in consecutive order. Joshua, the 4th chapter, and the 19th verse. And the people came up out of Jordan on the 10th day of the first month, and encamped in Gilgal in the east border of Jericho. So this would be the 10th day of the first month, would be like today. Today is the 10th month of the first month. You see? It will be like today, right? Today. This is the day that they did this. Because we're dealing with the 10th day of the first month right now. So you see how it is? This is when people came up out of Jordan on the 10th day of the first month and encamped in Gilgal in the east border of Jericho. See? So I said a lot of things you're seeing on this first month is very significant. 1 Chronicles 12 and 15. 1 Chronicles 12 and 15. These are they that went over Jordan in the first month, when it was overflown all his banks, when the Jordan had overflown, had flooded over. And they put to flight all them of the valleys, both toward the east and toward the west. Got the victory. 1 Chronicles 27. 1 Chronicles 27. Start at verse 1. We're going to concentrate on verse 2. Now the children of Israel, after their number, to wit, the chief fathers and captains of thousands and hundreds, and their officers that served the king in any matter of the courses, which came in and went out month by month throughout all the months of the year of every course, were 24,000, at 24,000. Over the first course for the first month was Jehobiam, the son of Zabdiel, and his course were 24,000. 24,000. This is the first month. See? Very significant. We started off a lot of things in the first month, as we are in right now. Very significant. It was a very spiritual time. That's why you have to be prayed up, because all this during this time, you got Easter, you got the Passover, you got everybody's doing what? Even in ignorance, worshiping Mashiach Yahushua. Easter's supposed to be, his resurrection is off. But people in their mind think that they're actually honoring Mashiach Yahushua when they're actually honoring Semiramis and Nimrod and Tammuz, fertility god. So, but at the same time, in ignorance, he's still being exalted. Just like this Passover, he's our Passover. So he's being honored during this time. That's why it's a period of time that you have to really be in this word and be prayed up, because Satan be doing a lot of wicked things because he has nothing to do with it. Even though he does when you're looking at Easter, but Passover, he has nothing to do with this. So he's sending out them imps to do his little dirty work. You see, the other holidays that they have is not like this, because he's always involved with all these things. You see, because it's all. But this is dealing with Hamashiach Yahushua, the right hand side. It ain't dealing with no left hand side. Except for all you that follow Easter, you're dealing with the fertility god. You know, the people trying to bring in the spring equinox, that has nothing to do with what we're dealing with. We dealing with the new moon. That's what we're talking about right now, the first day of the year. And from that day, we count 14 days, that's the Passover. That's how we know, in its seasons. But they deal with that. And they count so many days after that to determine when Easter is going to be, that first Sunday. Excuse me, that first day, Salakia. See, I even got to work on it. Like I say, we got to help each other. I got to work on it. So, let's look at, I think that's enough. You can see that the first day is very, very important. Let's look at a little review of what I was going over concerning the Passover. Look at Exodus 5 and 12. And we're going to go into how spiritually a lot of this represents our power, Hamashiach Yahushua. The sacrifice was just a shadow of things to come, when he would come and be that ultimate sacrifice. Exodus 12 and 5. Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. You shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats. So we can have sheep, lamb, or we can have goat meat. But it's got to be without blemish. And ye shall keep it up until the 14th day of the same month, which is the first month of the year. And the whole assembly of the congregation